Gemini. I feel very heavily like someone was really avoiding you, and it was just so overwhelming and so frustrating. Like they just ran away full speed. Okay, and I don't know if anyone heard that in the background. There's like a very, very loud motorbike, but it just went full speed. Like it just sped away. Okay, and that is the kind of energy that I am seeing here. Like someone here has kind of created a lot of distance between you both, or just kind of sped away, and it has been really challenging, overwhelming, and very upsetting because you don't know where you have stood. You don't know where you stand. And you know, Three of Swords, there's been so much pain and torment in this situation because you didn't ever expect that this person would treat you like this. They may have made you promises like, oh my god, but you're the one and I want to be around you and we're gonna like do this and we're gonna do that and it's all gonna be amazing. And then you've just felt really upset because they've just disappeared or they've just left, and you just thought to yourself, hang on a second, what? You know, you felt super isolated, you felt super alone, emotionally in absolute agony and distress. And let me just tell you something, especially with the Eight of Swords, you have felt so far removed from yourself. You have felt so frustrated and agitated and aggravated, especially with the Knight of Cups. There's a very powerful energy of just feeling really overwhelmed and emotionally just very frustrated and emotionally very challenged. And the interesting thing here with the Knight of Cups is that this person is going to approach you. Should we get a clarifying card? I mean, this card also did come out as well, which is the Strength card, which, to be honest, I think mimics this Knight of Cups energy in the sense that they're going to have that strength to come towards you. They're going to have the guts to come towards you. Okay. Let's get a clarifying card for that Knight of Cups. Justice. Justice will be served. You know, you felt really frustrated, like this person sort of just kind of has left, or they've just created this distance between you both, and you feel really overwhelmed and you don't know how to deal with this overwhelming energy. It's a lot to feel and to be faced with. And so the Justice energy here is very powerful because the Justice energy here is showing the fact that this person is going to try and apologize. They're going to try and make things up to you. They're going to try and come forward. Now, why? Justice means that justice has been served. They have realized and learnt something about you that they didn't quite know before. They have learnt something about you that maybe they didn't want to really acknowledge or understand to such a deep degree or depth. So there's a very powerful energy here, especially with this, in which they have done a lot of soul searching. Any distance, space, and time between you both has given them a lot of time to do deep, deep soul searching. They have realized what you mean. They have realized how not nice they have been towards you. They are realizing and have realized that they need to do better towards you. They need to be kinder. They need to be more understanding. They need to be more respectful. They need to be a lot more genuine. They have gone sort of back and forth in their own overwhelming indecision and confusion and lack of appreciation towards you because they have been overwhelmed. The Two of Swords here shows they can't always see themselves properly. So of course, how can they see you properly, right? We've got the Moon energy here. Got the Moon energy here. This person is clearly not looking forward, okay? This person has got their back to you. This person here is, well, they are looking towards you, but they're blindfolded, okay? So this person has a really hard sense of being able to really understand themselves, and because they can't understand themselves and they're very overwhelmed, they can't necessarily see you for who you are. It's a little bit like, I'm going to give you a really good explanation, hopefully, okay? Good analogy. When a person is not very well and they're in hospital, for example, okay, they're not feeling very well, they can't show up in the way that they usually show up. They can't be emotionally excited, like, yeah, let's go here, let's go there. They're literally not very well, right? Same kind of situation here. This person is emotionally and mentally not very well. They're just very overwhelmed, overconsumed. They can't show up for you like how they usually would. Okay, just like when a person is not very well, they're in hospital, they are low on energy, they may not be feeling well, they may not be able to be as mobile, they may not, be able to eat as they usually do or do the things they usually do. However, once they feel better, they can be their true self, So that's what I'm really seeing here, is that this person is doing a lot of soul searching. They're kind of trying to get themselves together. They're trying to understand themselves. And once they do all of that, they will be able to treat you properly in the way that you deserve to be treated, in the way that you need to be treated. They will be able to do more towards you. So that's what I'm seeing here also with the Four of Cups, okay? This is very, very powerful, because the Four of Cups here really goes to show a very, very strong energy, which is to do with the fact that they will do a lot more. And the Four of Cups here, of course, shows rejection. But the interesting thing here is that it will turn. So the tides will turn. This is right now this person. This is you with this cup. What will happen is that as you begin to focus a lot more on yourself and your own energy, you will become this person, and this person will want to offer their cup to you and progress things along with you. So that's really what I am seeing here. They will progress towards you. They will make things work with you, for you, and towards you, especially with the Seven of Cups. There is just such a powerful energy here, which is to do with movement and growth and progress and things just really going in the right direction. The Seven of Cups here shows that they are going to have a lot of vivid dreams about you. They're going to be thinking a lot about you. And really what's interesting is that they will realize that you were never the problem, right? They were the problem because they were so unhealed. They were the problem because they were just making up things in their mind, thinking, oh my God, what if this is too good to be true? What if things fall apart? What if I get hurt? All of the what ifs came from their mind. It stemmed from their mind. It wasn't anything that you did. It wasn't anything that you did wrong. So what they're starting to find out now is that you were always that person. You were always like the kind, caring, supportive person that was willing to work on things, willing to communicate, willing to be proactive, willing to take things to the next level, willing to actually do something and be really forward moving and forward thinking. You were never trying to hurt this person, ruin their life, wreck things or anything like that. You were always wanting to move things along, progress things along, be the best version of yourself, do things in a way that were necessary, but also just be a kind person. And so they're starting to realize that because of the distance between you both, their absence, between you both, the heart is growing fonder. And we know that through distance, the heart grows fonder. Through absence, the heart grows fonder. And that is something that this is allowing them to have. If they always constantly and continuously had access to your energy and you were always just there and you're always just like there, they don't have the ability to miss you, to understand what they're really missing out on. And actually, this distance and space has been a blessing. And I want to say this in a way that I hope makes sense to you. Because whilst they haven't had much access to you, they've realized that actually they are the problem, that they are the ones that need to heal, that they are the ones that need to do things properly. You're not at all the problem. They, projected that onto you. And so actually it's making them respect you a lot more. It's making them understand what they're losing out on. And it's making them realize what they need to do a lot more of, which is being a lot more proactive and having a bit more of a heart. Sorry, I just have to say that in that way, like they're starting to realize that, yeah, I need to have a bit more of a heart. I need to be a bit more proactive. I need to be a lot less judgmental. I need to be more this. I need to do more that, and actually doing more of that. And so that's what they're realizing is, oh my God, like I actually need to do more, and I need to be more proactive and not just so stuck in my own head and stuck in my own ways. Like I actually need to do more, and I need to show up, and I need to not be so in my head and stuck in my own ways. And that's what they are truly, truly realizing, and what they have realized about you. So I do also recommend love rituals as well to really speed things up. So there is the support and consistency ritual, so you get support and consistency from them. There's the express their feelings to you ritual, manifest your specific person ritual, break no contact, protect your connection. There's also as well the sorry ritual for them to apologize. There's the marriage ritual, commitment ritual. There's also healing rituals, because this person can really do with extra healing, you know, there's the shadow work healing, there's the self-love, there's codependency ritual, detachment ritual. There's so many amazing rituals that can also help. So if you're ever interested, everything is on shopmoonlightguidance.com and linked down below, and also on my Etsy store, which is down below. There's thousands of 5-star reviews. There's also readings as well to answer questions that you may have. They're done within 24 hours with a tarot reading. That is down below, all of the tarot readings as well, the links for that. And there's also intention items like bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, candles, sage bundles, teas, and so much more. There's, you know, amazing items. They are handmade, meditated with, and saged, and people have seen results with them. So everything is down below. We do have here the Tower. So what was currently happening between you both, which is this limbo energy, not knowing where you stand, not knowing what is going on, this is going to crumble out, okay? All of those problems, all of those issues, all of those challenges of not knowing where you stand with this person will get crumbled out, and they will try to rebuild a new future. It's going to be your choice whether you choose to accept this person in your life or not, but you can comment down below and claim this accordingly, okay? If you want this person to come towards you, comment down below, I accept. Like this reading and make sure you are subscribed to really seal this in. If you choose that you don't want this person, then that really is your choice, okay? That is absolutely your choice. But if you still want this person to come towards you, claim this reading, okay? I'm telling you, it's very powerful. Now, I do also have the membership option on my channel. If you're interested in becoming a member, it is down below. So if you want to become a member of my channel, it is the join button down below. I do a blessing over the list of members every week. There's also other perks like tarot emojis, which you can use in the comment section, and everything is linked down below, and I'll see you very soon.